I did like. I need to add one of these. To you go in there. You go in there. Go in there. You go in there. You go in there. It's not. That's the one. It's no fool. How are you? Morning, morning, morning. We got coffee. Got I've got a little mocha. Um, lovely. Eh? It's lovely this morning. No, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna finish some stuff off. So, where was I at? Oh yeah, yeah. So we had the good entry stuff. Now we need to basically, um, yeah, the point at which we're going to, we need to change up because when it goes against something like here, it works all good, right? But oh no, that's actually very good. Yeah, but now when we are stepping off of a ledge like this, we need to see if we can to do that. What's going on? That's some sus. Oh, it's because it's over. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, now we need to be able to That was too close. And this guy. Yeah. Now we need to basically be able to step off the ledge point if we can. We just need to do a bit more work towards deciding what our sync points are. But that's it. I've got my formula here of what we need to do. So first and foremost, let's do some checks. So let's go to our gen manager. Dude, yeah, blah blah blah. And this is all good. And today we're also going to do a nice big code refactor, clean up all of these functions. How fun! I know. I'm so excited as well. I just can't wait. I'm being sarcastic. Yeah. So move all these to const variable, like none of this nonsense, random strings around. But then again, let's do it. Let's just crack on. So step one, let's actually. This is all good. This all well. So this case here. Yeah. So what we need to do first, I think the first thing to do is actually. Yeah, here, what we need to really look at is, because yeah, I did say I was going to split the two up, but I don't think I will. So now what we're going to do here is look at this. So yeah, if it's this or that, right? So I mean, first let's do this. So if it's this match, may not always actually be true. But this is what we're going to do now. So the first thing we're going to do is check we have steering for the. So we're gonna check we have valid. We're gonna just get all the things we need to possibly get, and then we'll use them. And then if we don't need, we'll get rid of. Wish you guys could listen to the same music as I'm listening. That's the only thing I know about YouTube. Can't listen to just. I can listen, and I've got it in the background. You guys can't join. So yeah, let's check it. So let's go console to valid scale equal to yeah. I do think this will work. Ironically, it's one of those ones that's actually quite just good. What? So this guy here, sweet. So we change on this one. So what we need to do is yeah, plus the z obviously which is 0 over the height. Cool, awesome. So our height here is going to literally be it's easier. It's gonna be you know what? It's just gonna be root height and landing if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and it might be plus the foot height, but we'll look at that. You know what I mean? But for now, it's just gonna be yeah, easy. Right? Beautiful. So that's that. Then that should just work. Ironically, that should actually just work. So then we do get that value, whatever it is. That should tell us if we have the value scale. So let's actually. Scale left. Someone has valid. So scale. I think I almost calculate this beforehand. Oh, yeah, I already do. Yeah, as valid. Oh, beautiful. I already do it. See, look at this. I don't even need to do any of this nonsense. Oh, this is sus. This is sus. Oh, so I don't even need any of this crap. So what we're gonna do here, if valid, okay, so I guess first and foremost, because if it does, then it's not gonna. If as valid, oh, this is all sus, right? So what we're gonna do here is then we'll do else if um oh wait. Seeing you in my mind, I was so loyal to you, baby. You tell your family, huh? We do can plant foot against wall. We're gonna do this. Um, and then this is the only thing I'm not sure here is that otherwise, if this, so this is the sus bit. Because I actually think this should be the first thing. Because if we're jumping against something, it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? So actually, um, well, it's kind of like you tell your family, I kind of like that, but like because they're basically saying like yeah, because we have two cases where we want to go to the wall plant, and that's if we can either plant foot against the wall or we're just going against. Because this is the animations one, right? Now, technically, I could switch it up and have this in the onto for the animation, but I think all tits I should be against, and that will avoid needing this put to be elsewhere. Um, but this is the only thing that looks a bit sus to me. We'll you know, we'll we shall we'll get to that. You know what I mean? We'll get to that. Let's just do this quickly. All right, so this needs a function. I'll give it to that second. Okay. So let's actually create this function here. To be honest, I was like, should this actually be protected? Is it a jump manager function? Yeah, it is. To be fair, one we might actually want to override. You know what? We need to override that guy. Will we need to override it? Thing is, right, technically, if you look at the combined hours in which I worked on it, they still haven't been. But like the reason why is because I'm trying to make the whole framework really stable. Yeah, mess. Need to rewrite all this crap as well. Protect the function. Oh, I'm trying to decide if this needs to be virtual or not. It should be because well, will we ever need to? Nah, we won't. We really won't. We really won't. Yeah, nah, we never will. Nah, we never will. Let's make this because then again it is kind of jump specific. And what if you you know you need it because what if you like override jump right? Yeah, yeah, let's do this. Um, this guy can be constant as well. Man. It's not going to change anything. We need const f human anim parameters reference params. Let's call that anim parameters. Let's keep it. Let's keep it. Let's keep it good. Yeah, wall flips will be the same. Wall flips will be the same. I think there'll be different kinds, right? There'll be ones you can just do straight off the bat. So we'll just run up and do a backflip off the thing, and that'll be like, I think that might be like a flip input against something, but I'll have to see. Um, and then there'll be the ones where you tic tac first and then you flip. Um, yeah, because it's different, right? Because I would like to, if possible, just preserve that beautiful step back straight away and full, as opposed to the tic tac, then transition to that thing and then go. Um, but we'll see. Either way you do it, it'll work. So we'll just play around with what feels nicest and what looks most beautiful. Um, put against wall. Um, I guess this is a kind of. There's a couple ways we could do this. To check if we can. What we really need to do is see if your foot has a plant point. Um, couple ways we can either we could just do it like a little trace thing, but I don't really like doing that. Um, or we could do. Why you trying got this feeling? Don't love to me. So let's do if no. That was like um oh it's not constant. That was infecting me with this thing. Like I used to always I would do an early exit here, right, normally. But now I every time I think about doing it, I don't because like fair play, it does make sense. Like if you want to change up uh like an early exit basically means you can't scale a function, which is yeah. And again, it does get messy. Like I would always be like, no, it's not. But then anytime I go back to a function, I need to change it. And the early exit, I never know. It's just it comes a mess. Um, cool. Mhm. I have to do a quick 2 month for an assignment. Should I make a parkour one? You got the code. Use the code. Dumbers, you've been in enough streams. I think you can make a parkour game at this point. And if you can't, you've not been paying attention. You've been enough streams. You must know this. How old are you? What's the assignment for? I don't actually know. How old are you, Dumbers? Bro? Are you like studying? Or you? Is it for like work? What's the vibe? Oh, this is a beautiful song. See this playlist here? I'm curating greatest playlist of all time. Crazy, crazy. Let me just shuffle this thing. Hold on. Oh, great song. Great song. Um, C++. C is also handy to me. When I was working on a project in Unity, C was pretty cool. I did like, although I weirdly like the header and then C++ like implementation folders, like the separation. I do like it. It does structure it nicely. What am I doing, bro? I've lost my flow. Fucking dumbers. Hey, there you go. You're in college for comp sci and just added dev mind. Oh, sick, man. Yeah, man, I did comp sci as well. At uni. Fucking waste of time. Now I'm just like 60k in debt for no reason. You know what is so weird, right? I always look at these things in life and I'm like, you can look back and be like, oh, but then I also look, I probably wouldn't be in a position I am if I didn't do that. Like I probably wouldn't have been working at one time and seen the STORROR post and been like, oh, I'm gonna apply for this, and then be there for 3 years unpaid, unemployed. But now be working on a really cool project. I probably wouldn't have trained or gotten as good as I have with rugby and be able to travel to cool places. So like I could look at it being like I'm 60k in debt, but then I also wouldn't be where I am in life. So there's always these hypotheticals, right? Who knows? I could have, I don't know, not gone and become a trillionaire. Who knows? You know what I mean? But at the current state, I'm alright right now. So um, yeah, man, do your thing. What are we saying? If you want to replace guns at any time, just let me know as well. Um, I'm actually I'm not even thinking what I'm doing. Yes. Now, what we need to do is, now we need to determine. See, the plant point is interesting because realistically, we need to determine the height at both the height where at landing. Okay, so let's um figure out landing. First determine plant height for both feet. To do so, if I'm honest, you know what? Yeah, Bun doing nah. If so, what we'll do here. Oh God, in this song, yeah, inject it into my bones. Crazy. So let's do root height at landing. I'm gonna make this just a common parameter because I use this thing everywhere. So there's actually no point in this not being a common parameter. Get anim curve. See, this is what I can to clean up all of this code because then those will just become one like thing I just get that we can do prior, and I don't have to do any function calls and search through the thing at the time, like because then this goes into this and it evaluates the curve data and all that. So these are all ways in which you can speed up your system. Oh, what have I done? Oh, damn this man. No. No, come on. Ryder, don't be like this. Oh, come on. Yeah, go ahead, please go. This is how you speed up. You know what I mean by getting rid of crap like this. But anyway, if I do any Adam curve, let's get Adam params sequence, and we'll do F curve names root plus F curve names EZ suffix. Z suffix. This I need to move this to thing. I'll sort this out in a minute. We'll do that later today. Uh, you see how I've done that? I do this like everywhere, and if I do it more than one place, that means do drive principle. Do not repeat yourself. So if I've done it more than once, and I die at a time. It means I'm doing it too often. This can become a thing that we can compute already at like when we do the animation stuff. So then that'll save all runtime costs. There'll be zero run. All they just a pull. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely learn Unreal though. Yeah, Unreal flying, epic flying and stuff. So we said root height landing is there, and then what we're gonna do is what are we gonna do now? What we could do. Really should just let's for now. Let's do yeah. I don't like this because I don't think we need it, but we'll see here. Um, yeah, this can be wrecked. I think this should also go into parkour traces, frankly. This should be like a trace. Yeah, eventually. Um, or have I already done that? Let me just check. Where have I done that before? Not too far. Where does it start? Oh no. Oh, what am I doing? Uh, Yeah, so then do a trace. Now we go to here. Yeah, then you've got a lovely here. You can plant for this thing. Now we go back to here. Very ugly, very ugly. Um, then we go here. We say, yeah, lemon params. We can plant further against the wall, or we're just going against. Ah, but this doesn't matter. Ah, see, look at this loveliness. Don't even need that because we already checked that in there. Look at that. Beautiful. We do wall plant. Oh, this might work. I'm actually just gonna. This also looks sus. No bueno. Um, Guns is invaluable. Ah, depends who you ask. I know, right? But I will do. I figure I could bump up frames by at least 5 by just moving all of this stuff to the pre-process. Because there's so many times I'm using. I don't think I even need to use get anim curve value because all of the times I use it for like something that we can pre-compute, and that's just I'm not sure if the anim sequence does do like a full loop in that regard, but if it does, sus. So get rid of all of them at runtime, um, and like so, whatever it is. You can talk. I need to also close that. All right, so let's see what's gonna happen here. It might work, and it actually might not work. So against, it should work fine. Beautiful, lovely. We love it. We love life like that. Now let's see onto. Oh, what I need to do is let's give it a color. What color? Let's go F color, and let's just go up and down randomly until I close my eyes. What color we're gonna stop at? From hexadecimal. Silver. An ugly color to choose. I'm not gonna stop this stream until TikToks are done. Uh-huh. Good morning. Ooh. Dang. Although I will say, to be fair, big guns put in the thing is kind of cool. I want to do a post on Instagram of game shots like that. Like, if you can get that level of visual while playing the game naturally, then that is starting to achieve what I think was the goal from the start, which is the right, lovely, lovely jubbly. Look at that, how beautiful. Why's the camera so far away? Come back. Here we go. This is the question. Oh, why are you jumping over? Excuse me. Oh yeah, because it does work. Lovely. Okay. I just wanna run away. All right, so now what we need to do is add this case. I just wanna run away. So, ironically, the exact same, this one is the same as this, but instead of that, we're gonna use. Go away. Here. Ooh. What am I doing with my life? See, all of this we're gonna improve. Like, I'm gonna move it all to because this it's a mess. Oh, I don't even look at it. I don't even look at it. You heard the trumpet? Oh, that means Dado's here. Ah, hold on. I didn't even hear the trumpet because I've got music in the background. One sec. Hello.
Yeah.
I won't say
Morning.
that.
Morning.
Whenever that's a bad thing, actually.
Yeah. Totally.
Funny.
All right then. Today it should be a good day. I'll send you a DM.
What? Oh, I can't hear him. Why can't I hear him? Okay, I can hear you now. Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, that was my bad.
Okay. Super. Today should be a good day. I'll send you a DM. And
Nice. I'm gonna yeah, look at this. People. Okay, so loveliness. Let me. Yeah, I will TikTok. I will take off TikToks. Ah, funny. I'm just so hilarious. And then I get the fun task of optimization. Ah. But obviously, Dado, if you're jealous and want to do all the optimizing yourself, feel free to. I don't. I don't want to take away your joy.
We need to optimize the code already.
No, it's basically I'm gonna redo all. I mean, not redo, but all the like the warping, the launching, all of this stuff. Like, can you do it? Can you not? It's just all the functions are a mess. I'll be honest with you. And what I'm noticing as well is a lot of the dry crap. I am repeating myself a bunch. In the sense of like, I think a ton of stuff can move to the.
What did he say? He didn't. Very bad.
No, a ton of stuff can move to the like like the common parameters in the anim like the height of landing and stuff. Like I'm using so many get anim curve values, and I'm like, why don't I just pre-process that and then avoid doing any of that at runtime? So a bunch of optimizations there.
Yeah, like more code yeah, a reorganization rather than like
yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, more than
almost,
that. But it should hopefully, because we're doing a lot less. Because I'm not sure how they do the get anim curve value, but regardless, it should speed up.
Oh yeah,
we use it.
The anim curve value is rather slow, right? Yeah,
that's what I mean. So that's why I mean optimization. Yeah, because we use it too much, considering that all of this can be done in essence just in a pre-process time, because that takes 0 seconds literally to re-elaborate the animation. So if we can move all of that to that process, then that's stored already, then it's much quicker to just pull a value than it is to get anim curve value. So that should speed up significantly. And then we can also
now that we go down to 0 second, it's not even, it's
not even a problem. Yeah. Like I re-elaborate like 30 animations in like 5 seconds, so you may as well use it now that it's quick, So
yeah, what is the slowest part of elaborating the animation? Putting that screen up, like that message that says, like the message that says, "Oh, this has been elaborated in 0 seconons," is lower than the elaboration itself. So we may just keep that.
I had a feeling that'd be the case, to be totally honest with you.
Because I think now somehow they managed to do it all in memory, so it's basically almost do it at runtime, right? So
basically, yeah. Did I live code this? Let's see what happens here, people. This is going to determine if my logic yesterday was sound. If not, then we'll cry. So, fraud detection, eh?
Yeah, I mean,
fair enough. It's a big old transfer.
No, but I knew it. I knew that the first time you do anything,
never work. Yeah,
nobody trusts you, right?
That's it.
I think the threshold nowadays, like it, if you want even to give money to your family or just the threshold is very low.
I think, I mean,
more than 10K
called by my bank
now.
Yeah. Well, I got called by my bank for like a 2K transfer one time.
Really?
Yeah, because they were like, "What? All right, chill out." And I was like, even one time I paid like student finance, like 9,000 something, and then my bank was like, "Yo, what's going on here?" I was like, "Oh, it's not even me." Like, and they were like, "Oh, okay, yeah, cool, yeah, we'll allow it." I was like, "Jesus, man."
Yeah, I wonder how big companies are really, just doing anything. If I guess it's only the first time, right? The first time you have a new receipt, right? A new person or a new entity that you send money to. The first time is always, but I think the first time is always flagged. Right? Always, like even the first time they send money to you, it didn't go through. It says, "Why are you sending money to this random David?"
Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Well, actually works. Hold on, because it's not getting to the point of the wedge that I would like to get to. Where is it getting to? Oh yeah, this. I don't want. Ironically, it's just so we can, because we need to get the new new mocap license. Goodbye,
Ah,
old money.
yeah. That.
It's like, oh yeah, oh wait, hold on. Oh, there we go. Now he launches off the left. There we look at the sound code. Oh, come on, Dave. They're too good at this. Yeah, I mean that part's a bit dodgy, but now the entry bit is quite nice. I keep forgetting to. So here, you should plant against the wall. Yeah. Here, you should plant against the ledge. Oh no, the ledge is too high. Fair enough. That's correct. That's actually not wrong. This should plant against the wall. Boom. Oh, nice, Johnny. Stick in the chat. Let's all see your magnificence. It should go against the ledge. Boom. Way. Hey, Led. Led, what is your name? Because I always feel weird calling you like Led. I don't actually know what your name is. You know, we're on first name basis at this point. You know what I mean? You guys have seen me in my darkest days. You know, I pretend, but like, I can play this game pretty smoothly now, to be honest. Line off the wall, yeah. Oh, off the wall again. Ooh, that was kind of cool. Went off the other way. Whoppa, whoppa. I never thought I'd have so much fun just jumping against things.
Cube.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I think if you're holding the freaking right trigger, you need to go against. Hold up. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look here. Oh, yeah, cool.
Right then.
All my problems.
What? We got 14 watchers like this time of the day. Wow.
It's because they see me, man. I'm just a very attractive person to watch. You know what I mean? People see my face, they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to stare at this guy who is staring at code for upwards of 3 hours.
It's a battle between you and Guns. So who is?
Yeah, but yeah, I will say though, it's unfair because Guns' stuff is all pretty stuff, right? So he's showing in the stream pretty levels and collisions and the Cree, and you know, like he's got an unfair advantage here. You know what I mean? Because
Sure,
I'll be honest
but
with you.
yeah, but at the end of the day, you just two pretty faces. Like the people that really watch an ugly, grandpa code all day, those are the real OGs, right? I mean, those are like my
Yeah,
fans.
that earned is 2 viewers, never, and 2 of them are him. I'm pretty sure Dado just sets up multiple tabs and logs into different accounts of you.
I was speaking with Woody yesterday and saying, but have you ever considered doing VTubing? I was like, what the hell is VTubing?
Oh yeah, it was like a virtual one, isn't it?
Yeah. He explained to me that there are these avatars, but like there are mostly like very attractive manga female girls, right? And I thought, well, I may just stream as a
Johnny,
very
man,
attractive
Johnny,
manga
stop
girl
it, man.
myself.
Johnny, if you're trying to flirt, man, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Stop it, man. You gonna make me blush. I know I'm black. I can't really blush, but you gonna make me blush. Yeah, man. Oh, look at that. It's just so funny. You know something looks good when I could just run around this level. Not even do the tic-tac, but just jump to things and jump down.
Yeah, and not even noticing that you've been
I'm
there.
not even doing the tick. I'm
minutes
literally just jumping to the thing to then fall.
for no reason. I think it's when you do things for no reason that is like completely pointless that you just feel good about doing them.
Pick off. Huh, yeah, you thought. Tic-tac, what? Huh, nah, you don't get them. What? Tic-tac here? Nah, you don't get one. What? Tic-tac here? All right. Okay. There we go. What? Climb up here? All right. What? Jump here? What? Stick? Oh, stop it. I need help. What? Tic-tac across this bit? And again. Oh, I actually failed. Yeah. All right, now we got to do the next part, and that's that's the trickier bit, I think. But hey ho, we'll get there. It's all about fun and games, eh? Oh. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, let's keep it going, Toby. Don't stop. Stop now. I need to. Okay, I need to sort out what's going on with this double standard jump nonsense. Just so weird. I really like the when you climb and then you stay in place by doing the stick after. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where initially back then I thought it needed to be a whole separate, but it actually just makes sense as the way to do it. I think it just needs to be a more appropriate animation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I think like logic and input wise, I think it could be just pressing those two buttons to do something. You remember like like a couple of years ago, like it was one of the first time that we talked about the controls and the command. I said, of course, it's still undoable practically, but I always have this thing in mind that there is a certain it's very fascinating to see that. I think at some point, if you nail the input feeling, I think it should just be, well, I want to press. It doesn't really matter what button I press, right? But it's the way that you timing your input, the way I don't know, you move your finger that it will adapt to make you do
Yeah.
and the move depending on the context. I know that it is completely balloony to think about it now, but I have the gut feeling that there is something in there. Like the concept of, oh yeah, this button always makes a jump. I don't know, just yeah, it's
No, 100%. Thing. You know what is going on as well that I can improve? They felt like there was this juga behavior, and I think I know what it is. There is this.
Jiggle, jiggle,
I
jiggle.
think it's this guy. His head is
Because
going a
if
little bit bubble.
if you think
Yeah.
about the wall splats, right? I think, or like getting up from the ragdoll, right? Like those two are the classic example that like that idea already works, right? Because I think you can press any button to get up from ragdoll. It doesn't really matter which one.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see this? This is what's causing the little stuff in entry. That is it. I knew it. I knew something was up. I knew something was up. Oh, they knew it, mate. I knew it. I knew it. Knew it. Oh right. That's it. That's it. Okay, that should smooth out a lot of stuff. Actually, let's do that. Let's do that quickly. I want to get that entry. Just. Mwah. You guys may not have seen it, but I felt it, and that's all that matters. If I feel the offness, it's not good enough. So let's actually look at it. Position type slow. Question though, one thing, you know the anim cutter thing, that in range fixed before landing. Basically, what I'm needing is for it to stay flat to take off, follow
Yeah.
the route from takeoff, flat after landing.
Yeah.
Does that, because I've got in range fixed before takeoff, in range fixed after landing, because I'm trying to basically smooth out the little bumps that it has before takeoff
Yeah.
in the steps.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you noticed it, but like I've noticed it now on a tic tac entry. I'm just it's subtle
Oh,
because
yeah.
but I'm feeling that little steppiness of the route. It actually does translate, and like probably the viewer can't know, but me looking at it and feeling it, I can see.
Yeah.
It's
So,
like slapping
yeah,
me in the face.
I think the pre takeoff should be flat, right?
That's what I think as well. Yeah, I'll have a look at before takeoff is looking at and then yeah, maybe if you're able to run me through where we can make that change, or if you're able to make that change and check it in, and then I can elaborate.
Yeah.
Just because
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
before I move on, I just want I want to get the entry just
flat.
just perfect,
Yeah.
and then I'll move on to the exit. So the only issue is that after landing, it gets stuck at the Z in which it was at landing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's if you do in range fix before takeoff. That's the only. I mean, let me just see if that has improved the entry. I anticipate the exit will be wrong, but let's see if that's improved the entry. Very cool. It does kind of work still, but yeah, but see now the end. It's such a like a little change, but it makes it just so much smoother. Yeah, see, now, honestly, the entry is perfect. That is flawless. How lovely. Yeah, that feels so nice as well. Now we just got to sort, the blend's going to be a bit dodgy, but because of the where the root is on the blend out. But now that feels way better.
But I
So
think there is no reason to follow the route accurately, like in terms of like where the fits are in any of the animations, right? Because once you're approaching, you always have it. You always want it stable, right? You never want it not
that's
stable.
what I mean. Yeah, I think up to takeoff. I think you really want it like, yeah. I don't see a case where I think up to takeoff for all of them it needs to be flat. There's not really a case where you don't want it to be flat. So yeah, they all need to be fixed in onto entry basically. But definitely the in range fixed one. We need that like in range after landing basically. Well, it's interesting because the tic tacs I need it to the root just to follow the feet afterwards, right? I don't need it. I need it to in essence be to be like how global would be, and after land because landing in this case is actually the plant, and then it just follows it through after during the blend out. So I actually just need that to be in range in essence before takeoff, like so that but they all need to be like this can be fixed at landing kind of thing. But yeah, priority is just like I want this to be global, but really like yeah, it needs to be just fixed before takeoff, and then I can keep it in range after. But yeah, it's way smoother now. Way smoother. The entry.
So after landing, you should. I mean, if you land on a slope, fair enough. But in theory, you should keep it at 0, right? Because then you go
Yeah,
the gravity
yeah.
and
So,
the fluidity.
but the tic tac is slightly different because the landing point is I've got it as the plant, the way you plant on your feet. Because that's the point at which you're gonna exit out of this gap into any point in time. So I've got the landing for the tic tac entry as the plant point in essence, because then you're gonna fall
I
or
see.
do
Okay, so,
because either at landing for this case you're gonna jump out of it or you're gonna fall or you're gonna do something.
right.
But what I want to do is preserve that blend out with the roots still at the nice position. So I think that's more. It's almost like in range before takeoff, global, but it's like yeah, in range before takeoff should act like it is global after takeoff, and I can make it so that the tic tacs utilize the tic tac entry only utilizes that in range.
But maybe we can we can stabilize it after blend out. Like after blend out, it should be like the same Z, right?
Yeah, it should be yeah. I think probably that yeah, but yeah, should really be like yeah after blend out stabilize the thing, but yeah, but then I also like for some animations it being like when you land you still stay flat. Like climb for example, you may blend out like a couple frames later, but I want that route to be stable. It's just kind of move flat. Yeah, I think the main thing is like if in range before takeoff, just behave like global after, but clamps it beforehand. And for the other ones as well, it should also basically everything needs to be clamped to 0 before takeoff. Bar nothing really. And then fixed root Z clamp like the one we use for when you're jumping off the pelvis delta thing. That's fine because that's what I use for the exit as well because it is a physics-based one. But yeah, for the entry, I just need it clamped before takeoff just to smooth that behavior out. Because yeah, it makes this few steps just so much more clean. It's just yeah. I mean, once that change comes in, the actual exit blend will be nicer. But yeah, that I can love that you don't make it. It's just so cool. I always think it's nice when the failures are as good as the mates.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, I mean, what is cool. What I want to see here as well is see now the the only bit that I will need to address that I've not got currently is in this case where we say, oh, we're jumping onto the thing here, right? That's all fine. This will still apply, same old. But then there's a case where we have a tic tac entry onto something. Say you're jumping on a bar or something. You may not. That animation is specific because it's you plant one time. So this guy, you do like left foot, right foot, or you may do left foot, right foot, left foot, jump. But that order to it depended like if your thing is like a surface. If your thing is onto, you actually just want to jump to the point and jump off because you may not have that wall to do the extra step on. Awesome numbers. I'll catch you in a couple hours, man. Speak well. So that's in this case here. What I'm gonna do in a minute is override this function for each manager. Well, I'm gonna keep the base one because some of them are the same, but I'm gonna override this. Stuff will be repeated, but it's better because I have more control. So yeah, I'm gonna do that in a minute, in a bit, but for now this is the case. And then yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like where this the entry feels good now. Get that last fix. Yeah, and I like that you can like jump off of the thing. Oh, that's beautiful. Now we got to smooth out the exit. Now this the exit time. So let's do that. So let's check this in. No, we can't check it in. We can't check it in because I've got to dos. Yeah, that. Oh, I've got a lot to do. Let's do this because this is completely wrong. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because this is wrong because this kind of is completely determined on one of the. This is kind of like case by case basis, depending on what your context is. But okay, what we'll do is I'll pull this back. Let me see what this behavior will look. I think it's going to be wrong. Um, but then let's add the case so that you can update yourself. But actually thinking about it, you may not want to. Because what if you shift off? It's going to be a bit more tricky actually. That just needs to be over. Like that needs to be overridden per manager because we don't have it in here. Yeah. So that needs to be overridden so that we can actually go ahead and handle that uniquely a bit. We'll do that now. Fine. Yeah. So I had a feeling that'd be fine still. Yeah, so it's actually probably a little bit more stable actually when it doesn't do the update. There we go. Yeah, okay. It's good. Just grab some Tic Tacs. We can weight the angle of entry against. We'll do that now. Let me make it all. All right, I'm gonna quickly make another coffee. Hold on, we'll grab a drink. I'll be like 5-10 minutes, and then we'll get back and we'll do the next bit. 2 6. Dada, do you want to share your screen while I'm going to take a break?
Yeah, it's ultra boring, but go for it. I mean, I'm sure it.
Only ultra boring to you.
Yeah.
Share Dada's screen a sec, and then I'll be right back.
Good luck.
All right, be right.
So it should be on the code. No, I'm replying to a message on Discord, so it will move. All right. So, okay. Right. Ooh, already. Okay, 100. Okay. All right. So let's go from 0 to 100, right? So let's have it, and this is um, it's a bit. I'm not a big fan of this, to be honest. But yeah, big fan, matey. All right, so this should be okay. So then this is 60, right? So we could be. So let's say that the middle is 60, right? Um, the middle is 60, and yeah. So this needs to be at least something, right? Okay. So it's mean. Net max. At least 20, I guess. Yeah, and this guy here, so preference. Okay, that is 100. That's fine. We're gonna change that to 60, and then so that will become that would be oh, okay. So this guy here, this will become 60 by default. Not 0, 60. Maybe I should watch if they got question on the stream. Check. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna check if we got some. I got 2 messages. Where is the messages? Messages. Don't see them. Oh, it's on the other side, but it's fine then. So, let's use this. This guy here, right? Camera sensitivity. All right. Native construct. So camera sensitivity. I got like range. No, I had a slide. I mean, it's not really good. Awful. Is that absolutely no? Don't ever do this. Range? No. Alright, so is limit. How do I set that? How do I set the ahead. 1. That is. Oh, mess. It's a mess. Oh, okay, so this guy need to set the range. I don't know what range this guy. Let's start again. And then the other one is must be easier, like collision. Actually, I may just yeah. Oh. This? Okay. So this is an int, right? And then it's that's okay. We'll take it for now. And I will take it for now. Let's run it. Then yeah. And then hits. Thing component. Yeah. So yeah. So that's true. That's fine. Yeah. So so tick is and clear this one. Dang it. Like this. Dang. Yeah. Yeah. I'll do it in I'll just leave this clean, to be honest. Yeah, this is like public, right? So okay, so in the camera component, so yeah, bring on, right? That is awful, but they force me to do it. I know. They forced me to do it. So okay, then that's the sensitivity. It should be okay then. Not really keen on that, to be honest. Not really keen. What is it? Oh, that's sus. Sus. Okay, yes. What is this? Okay, just remove this. Okay, that's good. Alright, so oh yeah, okay. So if we do preference vision test, no, no, this would be saved. Okay, yeah, that's good. Oh. Yeah, I mean, but this going, yeah, it's not great, but I just somehow I like it. Actually, that's now is an option. It's an option now. Oh, I forgot to stick. I forgot to stick. Anyway, so that is really good. Now, the thing that I need to check is, let's just go to the audio settings there. The settings. Sensitivity. Slider widget. This is slider. What is called the range here? It is something that says mean value max value. Yeah. Mean value max value. Right? So mean value is, oh, you know what? Mean value is 20. Oh, okay. Not 20. What is this guy here? Is good. Okay. Why does it select? Okay, yeah, good. Finally, they had some common sense. Value. Let's try it. 200. 200 F to F. So in the camera component, right? Yeah, this doesn't need to be right, yeah, that's okay. Voice system setting. Oh, okay, they're both 60, so that's okay. I mean, that sucks though. Because the recap it should be a lot slower, right? Yeah, that sucks. Anyway. So this is really is this right? Yeah, and we don't even sure. Yeah, it's, I mean that is literally that. Screw it. That's right. I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? Rush? We are not have the crash. Where is this? Yeah, so this was what? Yeah, 60, right? Let's go like super fast. Okay. I mean, if you're really, really good, then you can play like a maniac. Um, I mean, if you're really, really, really good. Yeah, yeah. It's really, really freaked me out, that one. Okay, let's see instead super slow. See how it is. Okay, this is super slow. Yeah. Okay. If you wanna play like Guns of David and oh it's too fast, I cannot do it. Don't do like this. You get there eventually. It's a choice. Everyone is different. So everyone is different. Okay, excellent. Right, but actually no, let me get it to a decent amount really. I need to write the number here because I really don't know what this thing is. Probably a bit fast, to be honest. I like to go faster. Okay, excellent. Right, ship it. Let's ship it. And camera collision is supported. Oh, it's all good, right? Let me check. So this camera sensitivity is all good. Then there is vehicle. Yeah, this I. Yeah. Yeah, this in theory this shouldn't really be. But I need to make this code anyway, so yeah. Okay. That's good. Sort of. Alright, so let me check here. So we set it to 60 by default, which is what it was before. This reference, declaration test. Is that it? Declaration test. And mouse while we already. Okay, right. We can ship this. We can ship it. I wonder we may do maybe what do we do? We may do the control the dead zones, right? Quite tricky though. It's quite tricky, but we need to have something to. Riyadh, how much camera shake do you want? Yeah, why not? I mean, while I'm waiting for David to come back, I'll just, let's check how easy it is to add a frame. Right, so And if it's not easy to add a thing, then we are nobody. Right, so let me check. Um, no, I've just got a camera shake, right? Okay, okay. Right. Um, um, I think I do it 100, right? Yeah, this, you know, it cannot be completely stationary, otherwise it's also. Okay, let's see it like that. I need to quit this. Okay. So let's see what is
We're
the
back.
value.
We're back in action. Guess who's
There
back?
we go. Here we go.
Let's get rid of this
Let's
boring
see.
code.
Oh, well, I lost like 10 viewers.
Oh, see, these
Uh,
guys can't
right.
leave that at 5 minutes without destroying the
Look,
stream.
like what is more beautiful to see a very colorful bit of text?
Yeah, that's an interesting question, to be fair. They can't stream 012 versions, but they can stream 011. Don't know about that.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
you know what? Now that is very good. Pretty much every clip, right, that I see from 012 is a million times better than any clip of 011. So screw that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna remove that. Do not share. Next one. Not really keen on this thing, but
Right. So, alright, guys. We did a random front flip. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My beautiful face has returned. I don't remember what was it. What was it? Ah, yes. Whether or not you can update the thing. So, let's do a couple of things. This guy, we got to override. So what we're gonna do is go into here, virtual boot, and take this, so this, and then we're gonna do if jumping. You're doing a tic tac entry.
um,
Otherwise, do the normal one. See, this is tricky because it's like a couple different cases. Um. Yeah, we'll clean all this up in a bit. Anyway, let's do. This is gonna need to. Yeah. You know what? Let's just. I need to sort this out.
Oh.
See.
Yeah, I don't like it. This one's way too long. Way too long.
So we say if the result is triple takeoff.
No, really, right? You came back, right? And now there are 8 watching. And I was there and there was 4.
It's my. I'm just a beautiful person to look at. You know what I'm saying?
I,
There's just there's levels to it. Like it's just the pure the sheer presence of my face is like, oh, I need to stare at this guy that is also just staring at words. Um,
oh, I
I said
wasn't
it before. I
even
wasn't
in
playing.
the webcam.
Let's see. Bum bum. Key is passed or you have the second key. Well, if the reason term is equal to the key is more than equal to first key. See, Johnny's got the right idea. This is what I want to see. So, take off, landing, blend out, or climax, jump gravity climax. Bingo. So the first one is take off. All right, easy peasy. So, yeah.
All right. Okay. So, yeah, let's find out. I need another cough as well. Why not? What's it doing?
The day YouTube lets me stream actual music.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
All right, I did the I finally understood what the freaking key values or the Z frame range values were. So I've done the change for the in range before takeoff now, and now does what I needed to
Oh,
do.
nice. Yeah, super.
Might apply it to everything.
Super.
I might just do it. I actually don't know why I would even. You know what? I think in range fixed after landing should also behave the same way, to be honest. I think what it should be is literally this. Right? I think we need to rename these things, right? But that's correct. That works.
Right.
That's wrong, but because I need this case needs to be specifically for that. But what I'm going to do here is so now for any of these, if it's fixed before entry, before if it's a tic tac entry, then fix before takeoff. Otherwise, we're going to fix it after landing. And if we're not doing off, it's probably started between takeoff and landing. Yeah, I like that. That makes sense.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Should clean up all the pretty much all the jumps as well. To be fair. So if we take this guy now, it should do what I need it to do. So we're fixed, we're fixed, we're fixed, we're fixed. We launch, we go with it, we land, we follow the. We just follow the route all the way through. Nice, awesome. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And if I take another one, like this guy, which needs to. Perfect. Nice. Why is that not distance? That's something to look. I'm over the last one. Um, ah, Scheiße. That was the candidate. Ah, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that's the last thing to do. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Um, tricky. That makes sense. It's just because of this guy. Because it doesn't have a wall, but it does have a ledge. We need to decide here, similar to how we do the thing. Um,
That's good. No, one in the back. Uh,
Nice. So now, if you see, we just have more like range. So now we can tic tac against these guys. We can tic tac against these guys. And what we do now in this case is we try and actually step off the ledge rather than just the wall. So this guy will try and step off the wall there. Now we can go in this guy, for example, and we've got a ledge point. And this guy will actually try and step off the ledge, you know? Because let's be honest, if you're in that scenario, you're trying to step off the ledge, not just the wall. So now you'll actually step off the ledge. Whereas this guy's a little too high. So now we say, but oh, hold on, can we just step off the wall? Yeah, we can do. So we'll do. So now we just give ourselves a bit more freedom in that regard, you know? So what it means is that now currently I don't account for the case where it's onto where you're where like let me get an example. So like this case, right? Oh, where it's like this, right? So move this up a little bit as well. So that case where it's like that, where you should not do the against, you need to do the onto. Um, but we will filter out that against case for something like this because but so here now it does do it actually, ironically, right? So it actually will step against that thing. Well, that's actually really cool. Um, but it's for that case now. But if you see here, if we move this up to a point that it's above what it can move to step onto it, now it won't do it. Well, it shouldn't do it at least. Yeah. So now it'll pick it up, but if you see here, it won't do it. So that what it's done is given us the ability to, with more range, pick points, like the ability to pick that ledge. So here we try and step off the ledge as opposed to just the wall. Here it's a little too high, but we can step off the wall, and it just gives you that little bit of makes sense. That makes sense, like range of input. So what we'll do next is if it is like over or onto, we're gonna look specifically to just step off that ledge point, as opposed to just running up the wall. But if we're against, we can do step, 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 go. Whereas if it's like something like an obstacle, we're going to say, can you just step off? Bang, go. So your type of thing will matter more. And what we'll probably do, or we'll probably filter is, we might not even, what we might even is just like, in that case, we should have really like, oh, you're stepping onto this thing, like if that is your case. But I think more than anything, it's a tricky one because I think actually it's similar to this the current use case. It just we have the option now to do that, you know, if we want to filter out whether or not. But now, yeah, that's the entry. I've got loads of code to clean up, but I'll do that later once I've got the exits decent. One of the things I want to do as well is really sort out the um I guess the rotation, like the what's it called? It's like when you're going into when you're rotating there, how to rotate yourself in there. Because I saw a clip of Max and he did this nice little dinger on a little safety on a car thing, car gate, and he kind of turned his body. And I had it before where you can do it while you're in air, but it does affect other stuff that makes it dodgy. But I think I might. It affects, well, not a load of stuff, but it affects how and where you apply your force. But we need to yeah, being able to turn in air is gonna be to rotate yourself in air is a I mean I'm trying to think what the issue with it was. Why it was bad. I'm trying to remember why I didn't like it. I think it was because of how you apply forces. Oh, and it was also do you know what it was? It was when I pulled back, it would try and face backwards. Maybe. Yeah, so what we actually need to do is if you can rotate if your input is the dot of your input and your forward vector is greater than 0. You can actually apply that rotation. That's what we'll need to do. Thing, to be honest, I could do that through the character movement component, and that might make it a little bit more consistent. Cool. So we'll see. Because I'll show you what it looks like. It's handy because then you can do like it does help when doing because it's not necessarily auto rotation, it's if the input you have given is so like now if I do this, good, you move in the direction you fall, that's all good. But now if I pull back, he starts turning, which is wrong. But if I push forward and right, he should start turning. So now, but if you see, if I do it like this way, it means I can do that stuff. Like, it looks dodgy, but I can do like, oh man, can I stick these? Like that, which is quite cool. There's a video of Max doing it on a little rail that I want to recreate. Gives you just that little bit more control, handy. But I think you need to be pushing it, rotating it when pushing towards when you have an input and your input is relative to things. So I think either rotation might need to be applied slightly differently. But we'll see. We'll look at that. That's like later on. I might do that later today. Not necessarily rotating movements. Also just rotate yourself. Because you need to aim correctly in the first, because you're not then moving forward because of it. You are on the same axis, but you're then rotating your character. So we'll have a look at that. All right. Yeah. So I think Tic Tac entries are good now. Let's check this in and then work on the exits. Let's get rid of the debug as well, because I think whenever we're doing this, it's good to clean up each time. So let's do. This is all good. Yeah, let's do ETC bracket. I'll leave that. This stuff needs to be cleaned up. I'll do that off stream. I'll do just tonight. I'm just gonna sit there and. There's 225. Need to bring that back. This is now exit. We need to look at exit angle. So when we pick what animation to exit out with, yeah, we'll also. Oh, no way. Hey TJ, just started the TikToks. We're just finalizing them. I've got a lot to do just to finalize it, and then I'm going to do a big reorganize everything, restructure, refactor the code so that it's really clean, and we optimize some stuff by moving things to a pre-process rather than doing it runtime. And then yeah, then I can take them off, as well as improving everything else as well. So, but the entries now are looking really stable, and they kind of work everywhere. But I also need to get some food in a minute because I'm pretty hungry. At 12, I'll go grab some food. I also need to post on the Instagram at some point today. But I might do some pictures. So I'm gonna ask the guys to grab me some high-res photos from things. Not currently. They will do though. They do like because again, like there's so many mechanics that like doing the gameplay. I would not say that that thing is working, nor is it actually in the game. But the framework, and because we've got quite a robust framework in terms of how we do things, it works in a way of like it does it right. And like the flips, like flipping off stuff, I actually haven't coded anything that should allow like that is like, hey, you're flipping off this thing or you're doing a flip off something and let's make it look good. I've just left the flips as if they're like you're flipping off like ground. It just happens that the way we have handle the fall and the climax and stuff like that actually makes it so that it does work, but it's not for purpose. But I've not removed it because I'm actively making something work worse than what it would. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's ironic because then people do flips off things and it's like, oh, but it's like actually when we actually work on it, it will be way better. But it's interesting to see. But like they work now, but they are technically an edge case. But it's like you can like. I mean, let me see if I can do me. So now I think like if I do this, hold on. So if I go like this, so I keep forgetting what the input is. Oh man, I need to jump first. So do the thing and then backflip. He will do it like, and he'll fall and it's all good. Like, and if I, so like technically, it does work, right? But it's not right. Like in essence, so it does technically work, but it is an edge case realistically. But and it's not a bad edge case because it's one that means like, oh hey, like. But you can do stuff like that and it's ridiculous. But me removing it, like, because it's not wrong. It's just not doing what it should do yet. You know what I mean? So, but in its own way, it's actually good because of it's a good reflection of the stability of a lot of systems because it does like effectively do what it should do. Especially the chaining of it. Like, I actually want to do a tic-tac entry and do this. Because really the flips, I've just, any work has been done so that you can do it on the ground. That's literally, like, you can see how they are. They are just meant to be done on the, like, they're just meant to be done on the ground. And on the ground, they're beautiful. Like, it's like tricking, basically. And like I've added like just a couple, but we honestly you can have. What I'll eventually do is have like specific, depending on how you chain it, have specific ones play. So like if you do like a side flip into a round off, play a side flip round off, like, and you might not even need that because a lot of with the pose matching and stuff, the aim is to minimize how much make the system very robust in that regard. So you minimize how much of that you need, and instead it is really just working by just having, raw mocap. So yeah, it's an edge case, but it's one that I don't mind right now. How many people? So initially, so for the last 2.5 years, it's been me and Dado full time, basically full time. But we've had to work other jobs to live and buy the software and stuff like that. But 2, and then Guns is now coming on full time as well. Guns has been helping out bits and bobs and 3D stuff, but now he's full time on it as well, which would be good. And the team is growing, so now we're ramping things up. I'm sorry, I can't lie. I've lost completely what I was doing. What was I gonna do? Exits. What was the change I just made? To this guy, the angle of entry on this guy. Yeah. I mean, now, cat grabs, you really, like the arm jumps, they work fairly well. You can kind of like do it on anything. I mean, let me try and. Do you mind? Whoa, that's weird. See, some educators I've definitely got to address. All right, let's do exits. Cool. So, first of all, let's go animation wise. So, jump. The exits kind of work already, to be honest. I did a little bit of them yesterday. Animation wise, they are going to be full physics. So, the root just needs to. Yeah, it needs to just follow it all the way through. See, this is the dodgy thing. Now, it's going to fall at climax, so it doesn't really matter. And I think I set where the climax is as well. That climax might be a little, because I get it once the rotation is back to a reasonable state. But this, no bueno. Because that clamps at 0. Right, once you land. Which is correct, but for something like this, it's actually quite an interesting case because it starts at 0, obviously, follows it through, like stays at 0 if I'm not wrong, then follows it, but now it needs to like follow it. But it in essence, because I want the root motion of this, then this guy. It does need to follow. Because at this point here, we're full physics, right? But it preserves the pelvis offset from when we actually went into the animation from takeoff. So, but what I need to do is at landing, normally it clamps it back to 0, and then root just stays at 0. But what I want here is to clamp it at the landing, the height it's at landing. So, tricky one that. Yeah. Tricky. It's not wrong. It's also not right. It wouldn't affect much, to be honest, but it is wrong in essence. So let's go this guy. See what it's doing. So they're saying if we're more than the first key and less than the second key, yeah, so this is the pelvis delta between the takeoff and landing. I think realistically, because then at landing it goes back to just being clamped. Yes, he just goes back to being a 0. I mean, I think realistically, yeah, we say called pelvis location. Yeah, so that's between those two. That's correct. I think first and foremost, if we're less than this, clamp at 0. Well, no, if we're less than this, we want this. So if we're less than this, we want this. Right, so let's do some jiggity. Because otherwise we want to just keep it flat at takeoff, keep it flat at landing. So what we'll do is with left them first key. Do this. Else, if the key is more than that and that, otherwise, we actually want to just clamp it. The landing, so in range from landing, so which is in essence this guy. That's a food in a minute, man. Need a phone call. Oh. Now it clamps. One issue I had before was like it was when it would land, it was first of all it was going underground, what it is now, but when it would land, this would shoot to the waist. And it's because if you think about so during the fall, this doesn't change height, whereas now it can, and beforehand it can as well. So we can actually get the nice motion, but we keep the root flat, so the root isn't going like this. This one stays flat, so the root in essence is going like this. You get to the point the root stays flat. The pelvis can move and do the nice thing, and then you launch. We preserve a height here, so that what happens is when you blend into a full, you don't blend in with the root. Like as you transition to the full, your root isn't going like your character isn't balanced because you're. So at this point here, we go full physics based, right? So the capsule will launch at an angle and a velocity or whatever. But then if you think your root is the capsule, right? So initially we move the capsule with the animation, right? So the animation says forward, we move the capsule forward. But now we say, forget what the animation's doing, move the capsule with physics. So we launch it. But if your root pelvis height is going up and down, your capsule will be going up, but then your character will go down. So think if you see this point here, think if I was to jump up, this would go upwards, but then my pelvis would go downwards, which is wrong. Whereas what should happen is I launch from here, my pelvis should just stay centered in the capsule. Like, and then my feet can go above the ground or whatever it is, but my pelvis needs to not drop down because you'll get a weird like launch, your trajectory is up, but your character goes down and it looks really funky. So now that is basically alleviated here. But then when we land, we then land on the ground, like we stay flat in terms of like I'm now grounded going forward. It's just like little. No. So it's like, I can show you. Well, let me show you the example of what will happen if you don't do it. What I'll do here is this. So, we do this. So I do this. So let's do. Actually, let's do this. Let's do global here, right? Show you what the case is, because it's hard to understand until you see it. So then I'll re-elaborate one of the jump after this guy once this is done, and you'll see that the capsule moves, and it's about discerning what your root is in the world. So your root is your source of truth. I like to think of it as like what your character is actually at. So if we elaborate this guy here, so now this may look more correct in terms of like, you see your root kind of moves up and down, whatever, and it then follows. So that gap between your feet and the pelvis will change, right? So now it's smaller and it goes and it's following your feet, right? But if you think about it in real life, like your pelvis is your singular sort of truth. Like that's your center point. So, but yeah, so it does this. Then if we play now, I'll climb up to this guy here. I jump. Oh, it does the other animation. So that one looks nice and smooth. Sorry, let me. So now if you see this guy, if you see when he launches, do you see how he flattens? So it's complete, like it looks completely dodgy. And yeah, if I I'm streaming by the way, just so you know, but no, you're absolutely fine. Just so you know. If I jump now, look how what his pelvis does. You see how it drops down towards the bottom, and he goes like this. It's wrong because you're moving in the air, and then your height to where you're moving drops because your root is your source of truth. So what we say instead is you jump, keep there, like stay at your pelvis point so that you're still moving at the thing in the world. So you become in essence a capsule rather than becoming this like pelvis, like free moving mesh. Once your physics is moving you, your body needs to behave like a physics body, like just a capsule, rather than a human mesh that moves. Yeah. So that is the change. Yeah. These are the little things, because like, if everything's in place, it's fine. But those are little things that will clean up the mocap. But there's elements of this, like this jump isn't cleaned, so the mocap itself is really like, you can't tell fully, but like to the average eye, it's absolutely fine, right? But realistically, like his neck is super stiff. He lacks a lot of natural movement that you would get like when doing something like this. Like even how the way his shoulders are rotated, the way his chest moves, there's a lot of like things off in it that cleaning the mocap will improve. But all of this stuff like handling the root should be done through code and done automatically, because in essence we want to have hundreds if not thousands of animations, and if you have to manually do that process, it is just not feasible. So now I can just click a button and it gives me all of this data here that I need, that I can use to decide all this other stuff. I can customize it how I want, gives me all the animations, all the montages, and now it's just super clean, tight. And then now if I do this, if I now go jump again with this dude, so same animation now. You'll see now how much smoother. You see how it now preserves that position, and it's a much smoother transition to the full. It still needs to be improved because I think it still rises above ever so slightly, and they don't all maintain a perfect. That's a dodgy one. That's a edge case there. Let's also do a different jump. So, yeah. So here you see there is a very slight drop,
but that's just because of the difference between the fall and the jump. But the blend would get rid of that. But yeah, you can't blend out a significant root difference without it looking funky. So, but if you clean the mocap, you could in essence have them all jump, stay at that height. But it's ridiculous. But yeah, no, it's getting better. It's getting better. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. Grab some food in a minute. Yeah, you can't do too. That we will do. The next will be like I'll be adding style and stuff. TJ, so that each person can have their own unique jumps and everything. Sorry, divulged into tangent there. Exits. So yeah, animation wise, exits are good now. So this is correct. The motion of it, drop with it, land, do your thing. Awesome. Let's see if that's actually improved any of the exit motion. Yeah, it's a little smoother now. So what we now need to do, so the exit's two things, right? The animation it plays on the exit is correct. Now main thing we need to look at is the rotational aspect of it. Because there's some funkiness going on, so I'll show you what I mean. Because basically, so the way I want TikTok to work is that when you launch, the direction in which you launch is dependent on where you're pushing at the time. And that will also determine what animation you do. So it's actually about, so if I'm pushing left or something, it will launch. I mean, this is the best way to show it. So if I push left now, it will launch in that direction. It currently does this now. You see there? Right? And now there's some rotational dodginess going on, but if I push like this, it will launch in that direction. Now it's rotating the animation all weird, so that we need to look at that. But if you see here, now it launches in the direction which you push. So you can pull back like this, and it'll launch in that direction. Now what we need to do is a couple things. Rotate the character to face, at takeoff, to face the direction which you want to launch. That's the first one. And then we need to, but then two things, right? The animation you pick needs to be driven by the angle at which you want to launch, right? That's the first thing. The second thing then is, yeah, so the animation you pick needs to be driven by the angle which you want to launch. Then the force needs to be driven by how much you launch needs to be driven by your input power. Then control the rotation of your character based on that. So, but what we'll do first and foremost is the launch power is already drives that, so that's fine. First thing we'll do is get it so that pick the right exit based on where your current where you want to turn is. And then once we've got that, so where's my input trajectory once I've gone to do this exit? Pick that. Pick one that is within that range. So that's the first thing we'll do. And then once we've done that, we can then look at the next step. So let me check this stuff in though, because it's all stable now. And then we'll go on to that. Sorry, guys, just responding to a couple of things. That was bad practice to go pulling in, checking in something like that. That's actually not a good habit to have. Shouldn't have done that with my thingy open. Actually, that was bad. Yeah, that was actually very wrong of me. When you hold up or down on your stick, your character starts walking. As in, like, if you hold up fully, or... Can you send me a video? Yeah. Say that. Yeah, can you send me a video in the... Put it in the... I think there's Bugs channel or Game Clips or something, just tag me and I'll look at it. Yeah, there's definitely some weird. I think I know. I think it's a change I made in the blend time because I had that dynamically encode now to avoid when you drop off something, the blend between the animation. I think I know what it is. Um, so I need to have a look at that actually. Um, all right, Let me just have a look at the clip quickly. Oh, this is Johnny's clip. Sorry. Nice, Johnny. Sick. Oh, you keep it going. I really want to improve those arm grabs. They're just too slow. They need to really. Still some improve, especially that stride to stick. We can improve, man. You know how I show my control. If you just show me what's actually happening, I'll be able to debug it. The clip should just be fine. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm actually gonna go get some food. It's a banger though. Yeah, I'm gonna get some food now we've done the entry, and then we'll do the exit. So the exit stuff is just we'll do the bit by bit. So first thing for the exits, let's write our list. Pick animation from desired exit angle. Right? And then we want to launch at that angle. The desired power. So what I could even do. No. No, we don't launch at an angle with the desired power. We always launch at the forward of the. Yes, you know what? Yes. We always launch at the forward of the animation, but we try and reach that desired angle. That will work, because what we'll do there is that the aim is we will try and reach that desired angle, but we will launch wherever we're at. So if you're saying turn right, we say, okay, turn right. If you can get there, cool, do it. But if you're saying launch right and then move towards some crazy angle, we'll try and get there, but you're gonna launch at how you're facing always, no matter what. That is how we'll get it to look beautiful. It's the one. All right, cool. And then this is when the rotating yourself in air might come in handy. All right, cool. Let's do it. Yeah, I'll grab some food and then I'll be back.